All right, men of Israel, Madium. All right, we can blow the horn. Gonna go ahead and get started with the Sabbath service, Isupk, South Carolina. Go ahead. Sorry, first. 1 second. All right, first person I'm gonna bring up is Asha. Asha, just come up here, state your registry.
Asha Ya'ala, Ba Yahweh, Ba Yashala.
Asha Ya'ala, Ba Yahweh, Ba Yashala.
Yahaba Hashem Yahshua Brakatah.
Yahba Hashem Yahshua Brakatah. All right, you just come on up.
La Yashala.
La Yashala.
Right horn. Sorry, first. All right. We're gonna uncover the Torah. Go ahead and grab the Torah. Slip it up, put it on the right side. All right. Amadim Wapan Yahakwidam means turn towards the east. We're going to read the prayers in the Hebrew, and then we're going to read it in the English. Whenever you're ready, Ad.
The Lord's Prayer. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim. Wadash. Ayah. Shamka. Yahweh. Malakuka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Ayah. Asha. Barataza. Dawa. Ayah. Bashamayim. Nathan. Lanawa. Lakam. Call. Yawam. Wasalak Nawa. Kawawak Nawa. Kasalak Nawa. Kawawak Nawa. Wala'ah. Taba'ah Nawa. Anasayawan. Abol. Awashai Nawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wahala. Wakaparaf. Lawalonium. Aman.
This is what he said in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Thy
kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Will be done.
Will be done.
On earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Daily bread.
Forgive us.
Our debts.
And
forgive our debtors.
Give our debtors.
And lead us not.
Into
temptation.
Deliver us.
From evil.
From evil.
From thine is the kingdom.
And the
power.
And
the glory. Forever. So be it.
So be it. Haikak the power, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Baba Kusha, Nathalanawa, Hakak, Larpa'ah, Tamakala, Wakal, Marawa, Hakak, Latahar, Akamazarium, Hakak, Lahakwium, Amathium, Hakak, Arakawaf, Amatullah, Lagarshan, Bashem, Yahushai, the water, Aman.
This is what he said in English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Please give us the power.
The power
to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead.
Power
against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it.
Bless Israel. Yahweh. Bashim Yahushua. Barak Lanawa. Washarala. Wayabayah. Saparah. Barak. Rapa'ah. Magan. Agan. All of Israel. All of the captains. All of the officers. All the troopers. And the families of Israel.
All right. You go ahead. So all you doing is just saying everybody,
All the generals,
all the
captains,
all the captains,
all
the officers,
the troopers,
troopers,
young men,
the
sisters,
troopers,
and our family.
And by the way, let me also add, you can say your family members' names that you want to send this specific prayer up to. So if you want to say some specific names, you can say some specific names as well. All right. Or if you don't want to say specific names, and you just want to keep it as simple as all of Israel, you can say all of Israel and be done with that. All right. The generals. The captains. The officers. Troopers. Young men. Women. Children. All of Israel.
All of Israel.
Right, brother? You as well? All you doing is just saying whoever you want to send this prayer up for.
Oh.
Saying the name of them.
Oh. Like the generals.
God.
Yeah, that's fine.
The captains.
God.
Okay. The troopers. The men, the women, the boys, the girls, and all of Israel.
Most High in Christ. Go ahead.
But Shimmy Haushai, the water.
Amen. This is the prayer that we send up to our loved ones. All right, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Bless us.
Israel.
And
the school.
Bless, heal, shield, and protect. All of Israel.
In
the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it.
Psalms 121. Asha'ai, Ayanya, Ahariam, Mayan, Yaba'ad, Azariah, Mayan, Yahweh, Ashah, Shemayim, Waharataza, Ayatan, Lamawat, Regayaka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Anah, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yashashan, Shamar, Yasharala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Dazalka, Ayad, Yamyadka, Yawamam, Ashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wakarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Napashka, Yahweh, Ashamar, Tazaatka, Wabawatka, Mata, Wa'id, Awalam.
This is what he said in English. I will lift up my eyes.
Unto
the hills. From whence cometh my help.
My help.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which
made heaven and earth.
He
will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold. He that keepeth Israel. Shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee.
From all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forward.
Even forevermore. Psalms 83. Alahaya, Adamaya, Laka, Altakarash, Wa'al, Nashakwat, All, Kayahana, Awabatke, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Almaka, Yariyamwa, Zawada, Wayata, Yawatazawa, Altazawa, Wanyadka, Amarika, Lakawa, Wanakakadam, Magaya, Wala'ah, Yazakar, Sham, Yasharala, Awada, Kaya, Nawa, Tazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Alyalka, Bariyaf, Yakaria, Thawa, Ahalya, Arawam, Wa, Yashamai, Alayam, Mawaba, Wagariam, Gabal, Wamawan, Wamalak, Palashat, I'm Yashabtika, Tazawar. Gum. Ashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Ayawa. Zarawai. Labanya. Lawat. Salah. Asha. Laham. Kamadian. Kasaya. Sara'ah. Kayabyan. Banakol. Kukwash. One. Nashamadwa. Bayawan. Dara. Hayawa. Daman. Laadama. Shayaf. Thamwa. Nada. Yabmawa. Karab. Waza'abyaka. Wakazabak. Wakazazal. Manawai. Call. Nasayamka. Nasa Kamya. Asha. Amarwa. Nasharaya. Lanawa. Af. Nawaf. Alahayam. Alahaya. Shayatamwa. Kagaya Gaya. Kawash. Lapanya. Raka'ah. Kayash. Kabaaya. Arya. Walakaba.
Say it again.
Wakalahaba. Thalahat. Hararium. Khan. Tharadakma. Basaarika. Wasaba. Wapatha. Thabalam. Mala'ah. Panyaham. Palawan. Waya. Bakwashwa. Sham. Ka. Shamka. Yahweh. Yabashwa. Waya. Bahaligwa. Aya'id. Waya. Karapawa. Waya. Abadwa. Waya. Da'awa. Kaya. Atha. Shamka. Yahweh. Labadka. Ayawan. Akol. Arataza.
This is what he said in the English. Keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo, thy enemies, make a tumult.
Make a tumult.
And they that hate thee, have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel. Against thy people. They consulted against thy enemies. They have said. Come and let us cut them off.
From being a nation.
In the name of Israel. May be no more remembrance. For they have consulted together. With one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gabal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The children of Salaga. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them. To the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. The brook of Kasan. Which perished at Endor. They have become dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a ram.
And Zagher.
Yea. All their princes as Zabah. And as Zalmunna. Who said. Let us take to ourselves. The houses of Yahweh. In possession. O Yahweh. Make them like a wheel. As the stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth the wood. And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them. With thy tempest. And make them afraid. With thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Yahweh. Let them be confounded. The trouble forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know. That thou. Whose name alone is Yahweh. Art the most high. Over all the earth. All right, Sar, which means to turn. You can set that down. In Israel, we're going to go into Genesis chapter 25. All right, verse 1. Yeshabia, which means to sit.
lot, sir.
All right. Once again, this is Sabbath service. You understand? We have Sabbath services at 10, between 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock. Make sure you're tuning in. You understand, to the Sabbath service a lot, if you could. Real quick, is out before you go into it.
Come down, sir.
Incense. We forgot to get the incense set up for me real quick.
Come down, sir.
Again, want to make sure that you're tuning in to these classes Monday through Friday, but also we have Sabbath service. The Sabbath day is a high holy day. You understand? That's why we have this service every Saturday. You understand? Make sure that you're coming in and getting, a breakdown of the entire. This is the time where we go into the entire. You understand? Into the Old Testament, the first 5 books of the Old Testament, the so-called Old Testament, or what we call the Torah. You understand? Or the Tanakh. You understand? So you definitely want to tune in and honor this day that the Lord gave us. All right. We're going to start in Genesis 25:1.
Come, sir.
All right, so we're going to hear it in the Hebrew, and then we're going to hear it in the English, then we're going to break down the scriptures. We're going to talk about the scriptures.
Genesis 25:1.
And if you I want everybody to pay attention. And what we usually do is we go into 7 verses. You understand? After 7 verses, we'll switch to another brother. We'll bring another brother up, and that brother will go ahead and read the next 7 verses as well.
Come.
You understand? And then we'll keep going back and forth just like that.
Come, sir. Genesis 25:1. Out of the Tanakh. Hebrew. Wa'asap. Abaram. Wayakwach. Asha. Washama. Kwatawara. Verse 2. Wathalad. Lawa. Af. Zamaran. Wa'af. Wakwashan. Wa'af. Madan. Wa'af. Madayan. Wa'af. Yashabak. Wa'af. Shawak. Verse 3. Wayakwan. Wawakwashan. Yalad. Af. Shaba'ah. Wa'af. Dadanan. Wabanaya. Dadanan. Hayah. Wa. Slaki. Hayawan. Hayawa. Asha. Rab. Walasa. Rasha. Yam. Wala. Yam. Verse 4. Waba Naya. Madayan. Aya. Pa'a. Wa'a. Par. Waka. Nak. Wa'a. Bayadaya. Wa'a. Ladaya. Ko. Ala'a. Banaya. Kwasawara. Verse 5. Wayathan. Abaram. Af. Ko. Ashar. Lawa. La'ataza. Kwa. Verse 6. Wala Banaya. Kapa. Wala Gasham. Ashar. La Abaram. Nathan. Abaram. Natha. Wa'a Shalach. Come. Ma'al. Watazakwa. Banaikwa. Ba'i. wada nawa kaya kwada maka al arataza kwadam. In verse 7, wa la yamaya shanaya kayaya abaram ashar kaya ma'af shanaha wa baraim shanaha wa mash shanayam. That's it, sir.
All right. All right, so we're gonna hear it in the English. Before we get started, hey brother, you might want to remove that right there. Your head, you got to uncover your head. All right. Sorry, Christ. All right, go ahead, Doc.
Genesis 25 verse 1. Then again Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah.
All right, so Abraham got him another rib, and her name was Keturah. And this, you know, there's so many scriptures in here right here that just proves that a man could have multiple wives.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? It's just one of it. I'm not gonna go heavy into that because we already understand and know that. You know what I'm saying? But this is just right now, it's plain and simple. It's just saying that Abraham got him another wife. He had, you know what I'm saying, and that he's getting ready to have more children by this wife. Go ahead.
And she bare him Zimran, and Jokshan, and Medan, and Midian, and Ishbak, and Shuhai.
You know what I'm saying? And he had he had more children by her, man. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta understand, Abraham was a very well known brother in this time period. Very well known, renowned. And he was known for his obedience to the Most High, and he was known around the land because the Most High was with him throughout his entire journey, you know what I'm saying, with his rib. You know what I'm saying? And this is just even more of the Most High's blessing, giving him another wife and more children. You understand? Even though he was already blessed with, you know, a lot of, you know, livestock and riches and everything. The Lord is continuously giving this brother who was very diligent and loving to the Most High and obedient to the Most High, you know what I'm saying, another wife and more children. Keep reading.
And Jokshan begat Sheba, and Dedan, and the sons of Dedan were Asheron, and Lutushan, and
Leuman.
And Leuman. Okay.
No sweat. Just pronounce it the best way you can. And of course, these are children that come from one of his sons named Jokshan. All right. So the Lord is still increasing this man's sons. You know what I'm saying? And so you have more children, and of course now his children are having more children or whatever. All right. Keep going.
And the sons of Midian, Ephah, and Epher, and Hanok, and Abidah, and Eldaah. All these were the children of Keturah.
You understand? All of these are the children, you understand, that come from Keturah. These are Abraham's wife's children. All right, keep reading.
And Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac.
It said he gave all that he had unto Isaac. You understand? It is a tradition, you understand, inside of Israelite culture, you know what I'm saying, to give to your oldest son. You understand? And he gave all of what he had to Isaac, not just because he was his oldest son, but the Lord chose Isaac's seed line. You understand? Abraham, Isaac, and he knew that Isaac was going to birth a son that was going to also be after the Most High's heart, which is Jacob. You understand? And this is a man that the Lord was going to favor. So Abraham gave all that he had to Jacob. Keep reading.
But unto the sons of the concubines which Abraham had, Abraham gave gifts and sent them away from Isaac his son.
But unto the other ones he gave gifts. you understand, to them and sent them away, man. You understand? Because Isaac was his, you know, Isaac was his, it was his, I hate to say it like this because people gonna take it, oh, well, I didn't have favorites. How you got favorites? You know what I'm saying? He was a very close son. That was his son. He was close to him, you know what I'm saying, in that manner. And of course, he understood the prophecies that were surrounding his son, you know what I'm saying, and of course, Jacob, and he gave, you understand, he gave Isaac all of what he had. He was basically, like said, the heir to his throne. You understand? Go ahead.
While he yet lived eastward unto the east country. Verse 7. And these are the days of the years of Abraham's life, which he lived, 160 years.
You understand? And he lived 160 years.
Wow.
You understand? 115 years, man. You understand? And so and this is a man that lived this long, but in his lifetime he did a lot of things, man. You understand? He's been able to, you know what I'm saying, to escape the hands of the Egyptians who wanted his woman. You know what I'm saying? And he had to be able to obey the Most High, which we have to do in this day to live this long. Like, it's possible to live this long, man.
Go.
Like, it's possible to live this long. What it takes is for you to be obedient to the Most High. Otherwise, how can you live long if you're out there being a homosexual? If you're out there smoking, you know, and doing drugs and putting yourself in criminal activity, how could you expect to live long?
Right. Sir.
Go ahead,
if I may say, sir, that is 175 years he lived.
175.
That is like unheard of nowadays, sir.
And then what's crazy is there are men way before him that lived longer than that. Or after the flood. You understand? So you understand, and it's the Lord's will for you to live forever, man. Everybody in this truth. You understand? If you come in here and you put your heart in this truth, you can live forever. It's possible. You understand? And that's what we want. We don't have to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could live forever. But all you would have to do is just serve the Most High, man. And he'll give you eternal life seriously. Not the way the Christians say. Christians are spooky. You know what I'm saying? Christians are full of magic. You understand? But when it comes to, you understand, being in this truth, these men who live for so many years, you understand? They lived those years because they were obedient to the Most High. Noah lived so many years because he was obedient to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So it's possible to live these many years. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. What's going on over there? We got it? No sweat. Amadi. All right, you're going to step off this way. Typically, you're going to come up right here, and I'll tell you exactly what to say. All right. You're just going to say, young man Timothy.
Young man Timothy.
Bun Yahawada.
Bun Yahweh.
Bun Yasha'Allah.
Bun Yasha'Allah.
And then you're going to Yahweh by Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yahweh.
By Hashem.
By Hashem.
Yahweh.
Bahawashah.
By Barakatah.
Barakatah.
All right, Yahweh by Hashem Yahshua Barakatah. And then you come on up. All right, Yeshabia. All right, so then we'll go into the next 7 verses in the Hebrew, and then you'll read the next 7 verses in the English.
Sir. The Hebrew out of the Tanakh.
So he stopped off right
Verse
here.
8.
So you want to start right here from 8
Wayagah.
to 14.
Why? Wayamath. Abaram. Abashah. Yabah. Tawabah. Zakwan. Washabya. Wayah. Top. Tasap. All. Amawayah. Verse 9. Wa yakwa bara athawa. Wa tazah kakwa. Wa ya shama'i al. Banaya al. Maya raf. Kama kapa la'ah al. Shadaya Aga apa run ban taza gara hakath ya ashar al padiyah amamara. Verse 10. Asha da'a asha kwana'a. Abaram, Ma'af, Banaya, Kata, Kaf, Shama'a, Kwabar, Abaram, Washara, Ashata. Verse 11. Waya'ya. Aka Raya Mawaf Abaram Wa'a Barak Alahayim Af Yataza Kwa Bana Wa'ash Shab Yataza Kwa Aim Ba'ar Lakaya Ra'aya. Verse 12. Wa Allah Ya Allah Dath Wa Shah Ma'ah Al Ban Abaram Ashar Yalada'a Hagar Hama Tazah Ra'af Shapa Kaf Shara'ah Alahayim. Verse 13. Wa'a Laha Shama Raf Banaya Washa Ma'al Basha Matham Lata Walada Yam Bakar Yasha Ma'i Al Naba Yath Wakwa Dara Wa'a Daba Al Wamaba Sham. Verse 14. Wa'a Shamai Wada Wama Sha. That's it, sir.
Most High Christ. All right, let's get to verse 8 in the English. The young man Timothy is going to, this is Timothy's first Sabbath service at the school. Give him a hand. And said he's going to go ahead and read it starting at verse 8.
Then Abraham gave up the ghost and died in a good old age, an old man and full of years, and was gathered to his people.
You understand? It said that he gave up the ghost. He passed away. But it said that he lived some good years, man. Full years. And was gathered to his people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was well known and it was accepted and loved by his people. You know what I'm saying? And he lived a full life of doing or being obedient to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord appreciated that work, that type of work that brother put in. You understand? That's why he gave him so many riches, so many sons, so many wives. You know what I'm saying? And gave him everything he could possibly, anything Abraham would have wanted, Most High would have gave it to him, man, because that's how obedient he was and how much he endured. And that's the way we got to be in the truth. We got to be able to endure through all of the hell, all the things that we go through, even all of the tests that are given to us, because Abraham was given many tests. You understand? And he passed those tests. Abraham, you understand, Abraham was going to put his son to death, man. You understand, for the sake of the Most High, but the Most High stopped that from happening. You know what I'm saying? Just so he could see how loyal this man truly was to him. If he was willing to give up, you know what I'm saying, his only son, you understand, for this truth, man. And he was willing to do that. So Abraham, and it's the same thing that happened to you, man. If you're willing to give up, you know what I'm saying, those things in the world, those things that please your flesh, you know what I'm saying, he can increase you in the same way. Give you the riches and the glory, the gold and the fame and all the stuff that you want. You understand? But first, be righteous. Love your brother. Don't forsake your brother. Don't hate you and be evil and wicked to your brother.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Put down them drugs, man.
That's right.
Stop having sex with them whores. Stop
That's right.
being, stop being a whore.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? All of those things you gotta do. You gotta show the Most High your, you know what I'm saying, your consistency and your love, you know what I'm saying, for his words, for the things that he wants us to do. You know what I'm saying? Even if it takes for you to stop eating that pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, man, you got to do all of those things, man. You got to live a righteous life. You got to transform your heart, like I brought out in one class. You got to make sure you got to transform your heart, man. You got to get rid of all of that love you have for the Christian church and that love you have for the world. You got to put the only thing that needs to be in your heart is your love for Christ, man, and what he stood for and what he taught. You know what I'm saying? And these laws, man. You understand? Keep reading.
And his sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Massapelah in the field of Ephraim, the son of Zahara, the Hittite, which is before Mamre. Verse 10. The field which Abraham purchased of the sons of Hereth, there was Abraham buried, and Sarah his wife.
You understand? And this is land that he purchased, and this was good land. This is good quality land that he purchased. You know what I'm saying? And they buried him in that spot. They honored him by burying him in that place. You know what I'm saying? His son Ishmael and his son Isaac. All right, and of course their mother. Keep reading.
Verse 11. And it came to pass after the death of Abraham that God blessed his son Isaac, and Isaac dwelt by the well Lahara.
All right. So after he passed away, of course, he blessed Isaac, man, and now this is a point where Isaac is going to carry on the legacy of Abraham. You know what I'm saying? Now Isaac is going to be expected, which he's already been doing, but because now that Abraham has passed away, he has to continue on the legacy of his father. He has to remain obedient. You understand? And he has to bring forth those 12 tribes, man.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? Which is what he did when he had Jacob. Because we know Jacob is the father of, you know what I'm saying, the 12 tribes. You understand? So he had to continue that legacy of being righteous in his father's footsteps. Keep reading.
Verse 12. Now these are the generations of Ishmael.
So now it goes into the generations of Ishmael. What you'll find out about the Bible is that the Bible is like a record book, right, of genealogies. And what it does is it gives you a list. This is how you know this is not a fairy tale book.
That's right, sir.
This is how you know this is not a story. Why would a story need to go through all of that?
That's right.
You understand? This is a record. This is giving you generations, so you can go back and you can look up certain names. You know what I'm saying? And say, okay, well, this is the family of this person. This is the family of that person. This is the nation it was in. This is very, like, the records alone, the list of genealogies alone are more proof that this was not some made up book by a white man. That this is a literal record. You know what I'm saying? That took account of everything that happened from the time we were created on this earth all the way up until the time, you understand, that John had his revelations. You understand? Go ahead.
Abraham's son, whom Hagar the Egyptian, Sarah's handmaid, bare unto Abraham.
I'm sorry, read that from the top.
Okay. Genesis
25.
chapter 25, verse 12. Now these are the generations of Ishmael, Abraham's son, whom Hagar the Egyptian, Sarah's handmaid, bare unto Abraham.
Keep reading.
Verse 13. And these are the names of the sons of Ishmael by their names according to their generations. The firstborn of Ishmael, Nebathah, and Kedar, and Aldibiel, and Mabasum.
Okay, all right. And these are the names of the sons that Ishmael, because the Lord, as you can recall, when you go back, you know what I'm saying, in the previous chapters, the Lord told, you know what I'm saying, told Hagar that she was going to bless Ishmael, you know what I'm saying, with many princes. And of course, remember, this doesn't mean that Ishmael was given what Isaac is given.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? This doesn't mean that he was given a covenant, you know what I'm saying, the covenant from the Most High, because the Most High already had a people he chose, and that was Israel.
God.
You understand? He chose, you know, Isaac. You understand? So when you go in, you understand, and you review or study other cultures, other religions, you have some religions like Islam that teaches that Ishmael, you understand, received a covenant as well. You even have some some Muslims who believe that Ishmael was cheated out of his covenant.
Wow.
You understand? And which is not true. You understand? And also some that believe that Esau was cheated out of his covenant.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Which is not true. You understand? And the from the beginning of time, the word of the Most High, everything that was established for the sake of Israel, which is what I believe it's in first or second Esdras, where it talks about how we all come from Adam.
Second Ezra 6 and 54. Sir.
Right, when it says we all come from Adam, but he made the world for the whose sake? The Israelites' sakes, for our sakes. You understand? So it was never meant for Ishmael or Esau or any person. It was only meant for, you understand, the children, the seed line that comes from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Of course, keep reading out.
Verse 14. And Mishama, and Duma, and Massa.
Okay, so it's just giving you names. You know what I'm saying? These are names of people that were coming from those seed lines. Amayim. All right, you're going to step down from behind me towards the left. This way out. This way. All right. Once again, state your registry.
Ashaya Allah, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yashala.
Ashaya Allah, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yashala.
Yahweh Hashem Al-Shabrakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Al-Shabrakatah. And you just come up. It's the same pattern. All right, Yeshabia. All right, we on verse 15.
Verse 15, sir. Found time, sir. Verse 15.
All the way to 21.
Found time, sir. Out of to the knot. Genesis 25, verse 15. Kadada. Wata. Yama. Yata. War. Yatarak. Naga. Yum. Nagasha. Nagash. Nagayash.
Is it Napash?
Salakia, sir. You're right. Napashim. Napash. Wow. Wakwa. Dama. Verse 16. Allah. Allah. Kam. Banaya. Yasha. Ma'al. Wa Allah. Shamatam. Baka. Taza. Rayam. Waba. Tayah, Ratham, Shanayam, Ashar, Nasha, Yam, La'ah, Matham, verse 17. Wa Allah, Shanaya, Kayaya, Yasha, Ma'al, Ma'af, Shanaya, Waya, Lashayam, Shanaya, Washa, Bai, Washabai, Wana Yum, Waya Go'ai, Waya Maf, Waya Atap, All, Ama Yawa, verse 18, Waya Shaka Nawa, Maka wa ya la aid yawar ashar il panaya mataza riyam bayaka asha ra il panaya Kal Aka Yahweh, verse 19. Wa la the wa ladaf yataza kakwa ban abaram wa ba ram abaram aka Hawa la yad af yataza kakwa, verse 20. Wa ya haya yataza kakwa ban abaram shana bakwa katawa af rabah kakwa ba bath. Bata wa bata wa all ha'a ramaya mapa danan aram ha aka waf aka waf.
It's Aqua.
Akwaf, Laban, Wa'a Ramaya, Lawa, La'a Shah, verse 21. Wa'i Thar, Wentaza Hakakwa, Laya Hawa'a. Lana
Should be Yahweh.
So
Oh, so I'm sorry. Go ahead.
La Yahweh.
Yahweh.
La Yahweh. Lana Kaka Asha Thawa Kaya Ak Kwara'a Ha Wa'a Wa ya atha lawa Yahweh wa tha hawa ra barqwa ra ba kwa asha tawa. That's it, sir.
Most High Christ. All right. From the top, verse 15, right? Yep.
Okay. Genesis 25, verse 15. Hadar and Tamar, Jetur, Naphish, and Kedemah. These are the sons of Ishmael, And these are their names, by their towns and by their castles, 12 princes according to their nations. And these are the years of the life of Ishmael, and 137 years. And he gave up the ghost and died, and was gathered unto his people.
And Ishmael had 37 years under his belt.
Wow.
Right? And then he gave up the ghost and he died. You know what I'm saying? And was gathered unto his people. Keep reading.
And they dwelt from Havilah unto Shur, that is before Egypt, as thou goest towards Assyria, and he died in the presence of all brethren. And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of
Padan Aram.
Padan Aram.
Padan Aram.
Padan Aram, the sister to Laban the Syrian.
You understand? This man was 40 years old and his father set him up with a beautiful wife. You understand? Keep reading.
And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because he was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived.
You understand? And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren. What does that mean? Raise your hands.
Oh.
Go ahead,
She was barren. I think she was pregnant.
Go ahead, Kazak.
Barren, she couldn't have children.
She couldn't have children. She couldn't have children. She was having a hard time getting pregnant. All right? So he entreated the Lord for his wife. What does that mean when it says he entreated the Lord? Who knows? Go ahead,
He asked the Lord a question.
He did. But how did he do it? How would somebody in the truth ask the Most High question in this truth today? And how would they do that? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Pray.
Yeah, but how? Okay, if you wanted to know something, right? Where would you go? Where would you go to get the answer? Because yeah, you could pray to the Most High, but is the Most High gonna answer your question? Is he gonna say something to you? Because you know the Christians swear up and down God talks to them. Go ahead, Kazak.
The Lord deals through chain of command, sir, and if you could ask one of the council or ask somebody what this means that's higher than you.
Simplify it. Real simple. Just real simple. You right, but just make it real simple.
They go to a brother or go.
Go ahead, Art.
Seek counsel.
Yeah, but who? To who?
The man above you.
Y'all all right, but let's to keep it simple. You consult with the priest and prophets of the Lord, man. When you want to ask the Lord a question, you know what I'm saying? You talking to the priest because we are the Lord's vessel. We are who you speak to, because we're going to tell you what the Lord is going to tell would tell you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you the wisdom that the Lord wants us to give you.
God.
You understand? You go to the Christian church, them nuts in there, they all schizophrenic and all kinds of different diseases going on in their mindset.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know the Lord, man. And they swear up and down, they talking to somebody in their head, and it's just really 120 demons in their head they talking to, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But in the school, in the truth, you know what I'm saying? The way you entreat the Lord, the way you speak to the Lord is you speak through his prophets, his priests, man. You come to the priest. So let's make this today's situation. A sister comes in here and says,
That's
you
right.
know, I'm having a hard time having a baby. Well, she would consult with a man in her, you know, in her camp, would consult with her priest over her in her camp leader, or she'll talk to a man that can give counsel or wisdom as to what she needs to do in order to be able to become, you know, to be able to have children, man, or to find out why she's not being able to have children. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what Isaac and that's what Rebekah did, man. They spoke to the priest, you know what I'm saying, to be able to find out what was going on with them in that situation. Go ahead.
Oh, that was all of us.
That was the last one.
Cover.
All right, Amadium. All right, you go ahead, step on down, knock. Timothy, come on up. All right, same thing, young man Timothy.
Young man Timothy,
Ban Yahawada,
Ban Yehuda,
Ban Yasha'ala.
Ban Yashahado,
Then you say Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba Hashem,
Bahashim,
Yahweh Shah,
Yahweh Shah,
Barakathah.
Barakathon.
Barakathah, you correct. All right, ready? Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakathah. All right, then you come on up. All right, Geshabu. All right, Kazak, you left off on
Verse
21,
22,
so
sir.
you're 22.
Verse 20. Verse 22.
To what, 27, right?
22 to
To
28,
27.
sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I believe so. Yes, sir.
Yep, you're right.
Okay. Lock it, sir. Verse 22, 25 and 22 out of the Tanakh. Where you tha rataza taza wa habana yam bakwa baha watha amara am kan lama'a za'a anakaya watha wath la wath laka lada rasha af Yahweh, verse 23, wa'a amara shana ya gayayam gawayam babata naka kwasha naya la mayam mama wak wapa radaya radawa wala mala ya mataza warab wa bad taza yar. Verse 24, wa ya mala'a yama ya'a laladath watka na'a takwa mam babata na'a. Verse 25, wa ya taza ya hara asha one wada mawa naya kalawa ka'a daraf sha'ara wa ya kwara ya wa shamawa asha wa. Verse 26, wa kara ya kan watazaya aka ya wa ya dawa aka zaf baya kwab asha wa kwara shama wa ya kwab ya taza kwa ban shasha yam kwanawa Shana'a. Bala Dath. Thumb. Verse 27. Waya Gada Lawa. Hana Arayam. Waya Haya. Ashawa. Ayash. Wadayai. Tazawad. Ayash. Shadaya. Waya Akwab. Ayash. Thumb. Wayab. Washab. Alahayam. Verse 28. Waya Ahab. Yataza Kakwa Av Asha Wa Kaya Taza Yad Bapa Ya Wara Bakaha Aha Bath Af Ya I Wab. That's it, sir.
All right, let's get it in the English. Let's get it. Verse 22, I do believe, right?
Con, sir.
Yes, 22. Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Chapter 25, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it is be so, why am I thus? And she went to
I'll read it one more time.
And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it is be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord.
Mm-hmm. And so now this is now we'll go back to 21. It says Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. You understand? That's the part I didn't finish up on there. So basically, she was allowed to conceive. She conceived. You know what I'm saying? She had a child, right? Right. And so now go to verse 22.
And the children,
she was able to be pregnant. So go ahead, read 22.
And the children struggled together within her.
But the children were struggling inside of her. They were fighting inside of her. You know what I'm saying? That might sound crazy to you. You know what I'm saying? But that's what was happening inside of her womb. And it's going to tell you why they were fighting and struggling inside of each other. Imagine two babies in the womb just, pulling each other's nose and slapping each other around. That's happening inside of her womb, man.
And he breathing.
Elbowing each other. They ain't even out of the womb yet. And they elbowing and punching and hitting each other, man. Inside of the womb, man. Keep reading.
And she said, if it is be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord.
And she went to go inquire. She went to go talk to some priests about why this is happening. Why is this all happening inside of you? You understand? Go ahead, keep reading.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
The Most High said to her that 2 nations, Yahweh said that 2 nations was inside of her womb, man. You understand? It was 2 different nations, and we know that 2 different nations come with what? Separate tongues.
Common
You know what
concept.
I'm saying? Separate cultures, separate everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is what was happening to her, man. You know what I'm saying? This is also significant of the curse that was put on Cain. You understand? A lot of people, that will go into that breakdown one day as well.
Common.
You know what I'm saying? About how Esau, you understand, is that mark that was Cain, that was given to Cain, man. Go ahead and read.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
It says in 2 what?
2 manner of people.
2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Meaning she was going to have 2 children that had different mannerisms. You know what I'm saying? That's what manner comes from. Mannerisms. They have different mannerisms. This people does this, and this people does this way. You got different tongues, different this, different that. Everything you can think is different between us and the so-called white man today and all the other nations. That's what this is talking about. He's showing you that there is a difference between two of these nations, man. Go ahead and read.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
They said one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. This was a prophecy, man. This is a prophecy, right? This is talking about Esau and Jacob and what's going to happen to them. You understand? And what's going to come to the future. All right, keep reading.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold,
Meaning the time that she had to carry this child, when that was over, and it was time for her to have his children. Go ahead.
behold, there were twins in her womb.
She had twins in her womb. Read on.
And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment.
The first came out red like a hairy garment. This is old. I mean, this right here is just is milk scriptures right here about Esau, man. You know what I'm saying, about how he came out. He came out red like a garment, man. You look at the so-called white man today, you know what I'm saying, he is full of hair, man. He comes out looking just like a little ape, man. Like a little gorilla, man. Full of hair all on his damn body. Had the nerve to call everybody else monkeys and gorillas, and he come out looking like a damn Saiyan. Keep reading. Oh, go ahead, Doc. What you about to say?
If I may say, this is the first time the Lord separated two people in a nation. I mean, that was like impossible to do nowadays. He did something that never done before, wasn't it?
Separation was always in the beginning of time.
I mean, in the womb.
Well, in the womb, yes, of course. This is kind. Yeah, but outside of the womb, the Lord has always intended for us to be separate.
Kind.
You understand? He always intended us for us to be separate. But the problem is that mankind, the sons of the Most High, the sons of God, which is that seed line that came of us right now, as Israelites or whatever, wanted to go and mingle with the sons of men, which is all of the other heathens. You understand? And we just would not stay separate, which is the reason why he kept having to.
Wow.
Which is the reason why he had to flood the earth.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And even though he did that and repented for having to do that situation, still we did, we fell back into the sin as well anyway. You understand? So what was that?
I'm still at 25.
25, go ahead. So he came out red like a hairy garment, go ahead.
And they called his name Esau.
And they called his name Esau, man. You reading?
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel.
His hand took hold of Esau's heel, man. You know what I'm saying? This is significant. Keep reading.
And his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
So two things I want to bring up. First off, you notice how it didn't even give Jacob's what Jacob looked like. It didn't even say what Jacob looked like. Why? Because Jacob looked like everybody else. Saying they made sure they let you know first off that Esau was red like a hairy garment because he looked different. Everybody looked at him like, well, what the hell is wrong with him? He come out, Jacob come out looking regular like everybody else, but then you got this damn thing coming out looking like that. And you're just like, well, what in the world? You know what I'm saying? Like it was just weird. You know what I'm saying? But they made sure they recorded that to let you know that Jacob looked perfectly normal, but this damn thing right here, he just was not normal looking. He was red. You know what I'm saying? But also, give me second Esdras 6 and 9. You understand? Okay, Salaki. Second Esdras 6 to 9. Because Jacob holding the heel of Esau signifies what? What did that signify? Who can answer that?
I think a heel.
Raise your hand. Go ahead.
I think it how he got his name, heel catcher.
Lie.
Okay,
That's not the answer. Go ahead.
He's holding his heel, signifying that we're going to be the rulership right on his heel right after. After his rulership is up.
That's right. Give me that scripture right there real quick. We're going to pull it.
Second Esdras 6 and 9, you say, sir?
Yeah, I do believe so.
Second Esdras 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the
So
world.
Esau is what?
The end of the world.
Look at the end of the world. We're living in the so-called end times right now.
Come.
And Esau is in rulership right now.
Come.
You know what I'm saying? He's in rulership right now as this earth is collapsing and crumbling. And of course, when I say earth, I'm not talking about the physical earth. I'm talking about his world. You know what I'm saying? Esau's world is collapsing. You know what I'm saying? His stock market is collapsing. He's about to go to war, World 3. You understand? And the weather is kicking his behind. COVID-19 is kicking his behind. His empire is being destroyed. You understand? And he's but at the same time, we're living in a time period where he's in rulership, and that's how you know we're in the end times, because Esau is in rulership.
That's right, sir.
Read on.
For Esau's the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
But Jacob is the what?
Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. You understand? When he held the heel of Esau, that signified that he was coming after Esau.
God,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? Yeah, Esau was coming out of the womb first. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, Jacob was coming behind him. And in that signified this particular precept that he's reading, that's what's going to happen in this time period. In this time period, us Jacob, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna come out on top. Like Esau, his kingdom is crashing, it's going down. But we're gonna become in rulership. You understand? We're gonna be in power. We're gonna have dominion over this entire earth. We're gonna control the oceans, the air. We're gonna control commerce. We're gonna control, you understand, trade, everything. We're gonna control the governments. We're gonna have dominion over the armies, the militaries. We're gonna have dominion over every damn thing on this earth.
Sir.
You understand? The monetary system, everything you can think of. And, damn right, give it a hand. And we're not going to study war anymore.
That's right,
Ain't going to
sir.
be no more war, man. That's why the scripture says it's going to turn their weapons into plow tools. Plowshares, damn right. Because there ain't nobody about to go to war no more, because we're going to live in a righteous kingdom. It's either you're going to live righteously or you're going to get put to death in our kingdom.
That's right, sir.
You understand? Which is a righteous and holy kingdom. You know what I'm saying? So Esau, so that's what that signifies when it says that that Esau, you know, that Jacob held the heel of Esau. Go ahead, you was about to say
I was going to
something.
say, sir, that lets you know that there ain't no pie in the sky heaven with people flying on wings up in God's dimension up there.
Yeah,
it's going to be right on this earth.
I understand exactly what you're saying. Give them a hand, and that's what the Christians teach. Christians teach that when you die, and that's of course another lesson. But when the Christians teach that when you die after being a filthy sinner, being a homosexual and being a whore and a drug dealer, that you're gonna die, you're gonna get to go up in heaven and walk around with Jesus Christ and Moses and everybody and who died in the past, and y'all gonna drink milk and honey and live good. You even have some Christians that believe they're gonna be up there dancing and partying and everything.
Sir.
You want to be a sinner on earth. You want to go to heaven and be a sinner too. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like like I said, Christians are spooky. They got a lot of imaginations and ridiculousness in their head, and it just comes for 400 and something years of being lied to and destroyed. Christianity has put the biggest damage on our minds in this empire, and so right now, it's up to us in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge to go and give them the truth according to the Bible. All right? Let's get back to that scripture. Where were we on? Verse 20, what?
26.
26, read it.
Chapter 25, verse 26. And his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Okay, and so his name was Jacob. So it's just talking about Jacob coming out after Esau, and Isaac was 80 years old. You understand? When she bare them, keep reading.
And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter.
Esau was a cunning hunter, right? He was a man that could go out and hunt. That's why you look at today. You see Esau. He always out in them damn woods.
That's
man. Right. He out there in them woods with them guns and that camouflage.
Wow.
Sitting up in the goddamn trees, down in the marshes, shooting deer, shooting every damn thing he could think of. He out there in the take that all the way to the Middle East. He out there, hiding somewhere in the trench, getting ready to blow some Arab's head off. You know what I'm saying? He is just a damn cunning hunter, man. That's just the Lord blessed him with that ability. That's what he did. Same thing with Nimrod. Nimrod was blessed with that ability to hunt and go to war and all of that stuff too. That's just what Esau was blessed with.
God, sir.
A man of the field.
A man of the field, a man that spends his time out there outside. That's why Esau be out there in them them big old off-road trucks, and he spend all his damn time in them woods, man, out there fishing and everything. And ain't nothing wrong with that, but that's just what Esau, that's what he does. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you know he's Esau. That's how you know that we're talking about the so-called white man right here, because the Bible accurately describes not only his color, but also his personality, what he does. You know what I'm saying? Every nation is listed in here, and Esau is definitely listed in here. Keep reading.
And Jacob was a plain man.
And Jacob was a plain man. Jacob, and I don't mean plain like we, you know what I'm saying, we was born or nothing like that, but just meaning we was simple, we was relaxed. You know what I'm saying? We was chill. We did our thing in our crib, we was good, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? We ain't hang out there with Esau. Esau want to go out there and mountain climb and jump off cliffs and, you know, the stuff he do right now, skydive. Yeah. You know, and you can see our personality today. Shit, a nigga don't like to swim like that. You know what I'm saying? They like to go jump in the ocean and shit. You know, we just like to sit and put our feet in the water. You know, we was real simple and plain type shit.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So like it, and that's what just what it's talking about, man. Like just the way that we are today, our dynamic, the way we are today. It's the same way we were in that time period. That's how Jacob was, how we are today. The way Esau was, that's how Esau is today, man. Is there any more on that? Verse 20, go ahead.
Dwelling in tents.
Mm-hmm. I think you got 28, right?
Yes. Yes, sir. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob.
And so, and we're gonna keep reading. We're gonna keep reading on in there. So with the next one, but it says that and Isaac loved Esau because he ate of his venison. Because Esau went and got him venison and fed him whatever. And then of course he was his oldest son. He was his firstborn son. And it's always been a tradition to, you know what I'm saying, to kind of have, well, I ain't gonna say tradition, but it was just always kind of a thing of a man to always have that love for his oldest son, just, you know, his first son. He just always have that love for him or whatever, you know what I'm saying. But Rebekah loved Jacob, you know what I'm saying, and Rebekah was a wise woman, man. And it was great that the Lord gave Isaac, you understand, Rebekah, because Rebekah made sure that things got done the way the Lord wanted to do. And you're going to also find out in this scripture, man, that women play a very important role inside of Israel, man. Because sometimes, and General Muhammad brought this out one time, sometimes men can be stupid, man. You know what I'm saying? There's some times where a man can make a dumb decision or be unwise, man. And that woman, she might have to step in at some point and make things right. You know what I'm saying? As long as, of course, she's not breaking no laws, she has to make something right. You know what I'm saying? And she did something that had to be done, you know what I'm saying, because Isaac would have otherwise made a bad decision. You know what I'm saying? So now, Amadium, you go ahead and step down now. I shall come up, state your registry.
Asha Ya'ala, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yasha'ala.
Asha Ya'ala, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yasha'ala.
Yahweh Hashem, Yahshua Brakatah.
All right, Shabia. All right, Kazak.
Yes, sir.
29.
Oh, God, sir. 29, out to the knock. Genesis 25 and 29.
All the way down to 35.
Khan, sir.
Or 34, because that's the end of it.
That's the end of it, yes, sir. Khan. Wayah-zad. Wayah-kwab. Mazah-yad. Wayah-bayah. Ashawah. Man. Hasha da'a wa'a wa'a ayap. Verse 30. Wa'a amara ashahwa al ya'a kwab halah awa tanaya na'a man ha'adam ha'adam hazaha kaya azap aka ana kaya il kan kwara'a shamawa adawam. Verse 31. Wa'a amara wa'a kwab maka ra'a kawa yam af baka ra'af ra'afk la verse 32. Waya amara ashawa hanaha anakaya hawa lak lama waf wala ma'a za'a la ya baka ra'a. Verse 33. Wa'a mara wa'a kwab hasha ba'a la ya kayawa kaya wam waya shabaya la wa waya makar af baka rathawa la ya akwab. Verse 34. Waya akwab katan la I shawa lakam wana zayam slaki wana zayad ada shayam waya akal waya shaf waya kwam waya lak waya baza waya wayawar af waba kara. That's it, sir.
All right. Let's get it from the top.
29. Genesis 25 and 29. And Jacob sowed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom.
You understand? So Esau came in there or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And he was faint from being out there in the field all day. And he asked Jacob, give me some of that pottage, man. Give me some of that meat. You know what I'm saying? Keep eating.
And Jacob said, Sell me this day thy birthright.
Jacob said, get Jacob bargaining. Jacob like, all right, no sweat. You want some of this? No sweat. Let me get that birthright off you, Pop.
All right.
You know how Judah is.
Come with
Judah,
God.
What you got? Let me get that birthright off you, dog.
Come with God.
Go ahead.
And Esau said, Behold, I am at the point to die.
Esau like, damn, I'm about to die here, man. I need something to eat now. I'm fainting. Come on, give me something. Go ahead.
And what profit shall this birthright do to me?
Yeah, what profit? Oh, man. Read that one more time. He said, a what?
And what profit shall this birthright do to me?
Man, he just disregarded. He just a profane. Give me Give me Hebrews 12 and 16, man.
Come, sir.
Hebrews 12 and 16.
Come, sir. Hebrews 12 and 16.
Hold that, Ashai. Give me Hebrews 12 and 16. Go ahead.
Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau.
Man, lest there be any fornicator and profane person as Esau, man. Somebody who just doesn't regard anything. He's just disgusting, and he doesn't have any regard for anything that's of value. He doesn't care. He just destroys, and nothing matters to him. He's like a damn hippie. Somebody who just lives anywhere and has sex with anything.
That's right, sir.
He's just a profane person, man.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Like, would you say, like, with no conscience?
Yeah, like he don't give a damn.
Right.
In other words, because me and you, and most Judah, and it's the truth. Most Judites, man, we see something very valuable, we gonna work hard towards getting it.
Right.
Esau, he throw valuable things away all the damn time. Well, we thinking that we like, oh shit, I'm saved. He just like, I don't need this no more.
Sir.
He just don't give a damn about nothing, man. He just like to spoil, rob, and destroy, and take things, and that's just what kind of profane person is. Keep reading that.
It says, lest there be any fornicator or profane person Esau, who for one morsel of meat.
For one morsel of meat, man. You know he could have went and made his own meat.
Right.
For one morsel of meat, man.
Right, sir.
He sold his entire birthright.
God.
Like the future of his nation. He gave it away.
God, sir.
His rulership over the entire earth, he gave away. His whole nation would have been set. He gave it away for a piece of meat, man.
God.
He's a fool. Go ahead,
So, like, if I can, sir, and this is what you're speaking on behalf of. Esau feel like he got robbed out of it.
Because even after, and this is also how much more diabolical it is, because we get ready to read it. But even after he sold his birthright, when Isaac, you know what I'm saying, was old of age, you know what I'm saying, and he was giving out, the blessings towards Jacob, Esau, and we're gonna read it in a few minutes. But when Jacob ended up getting the blessing that Esau was supposed to have, he got mad about it and was ready to kill him.
Oh God, sir.
That's how diabolical he's like. He sold his birthright and then turned around and wanted, what they call it, the white man called it what is it called? Indian giving. Yeah, they so damn evil, man. They call us Indian givers. Call the Native Indians Indian givers, but they are the true Indian givers on this damn earth, man.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? Keep reading. Oh, read that one more time from the top.
Sir.
And then we'll go back to the scripture.
Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Sold his birthright, man. Just
a
fool, man. All of the riches, all the glory you have, you sold it for some, and so that's why you can't take him seriously, man. Like in the sense of, you know what I'm saying, in how he views the righteousness, because he doesn't care about righteousness. He doesn't give a damn about it. He doesn't care about that. That's why we go out the streets. We ain't telling these heathens. We ain't telling Esau the truth. We ain't trying to give him the truth. We trying to give blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians the truth because it's for them. Esau could give a damn about you saying don't be a homosexual no more, because it's just in him to do it. He's one of them he's just one of them people that has to be put in the cage, man. Because otherwise, what is he gonna do? He's gonna be killing and destroying and raping and robbing, which is part of his true nature.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He don't give a damn about nothing. Go ahead and read, Asha.
Genesis 25:33. And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob.
He even swore unto him. It's like, I give you the meat, but swear unto me this day, I can have your birthright.
God.
Let me get the blessings that come with being the oldest child. You understand? Let me get that. and you can have some of this meat. If he only knew what he was doing, if Esau knew what the hell he was doing, he wouldn't have done that. But he didn't give a damn about what he was doing. All he cared about was eating meat. He would have just went and got him his own meat, man.
Sir.
He would have just cooked him up his own meat, but he's just so faint and I'm dying. Here's my birthright, man. You can go ahead and take that. I'm just gonna throw my whole life away for some meat. No sweat. That's what he did, man. Because he's really an idiot. You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 34. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lettuce.
Well, Jacob kept up his end of the bargain and gave him some lentils, some bread, and some of that damn meat. Was there any more on that?
Well, some more.
Go ahead.
Hebrews 12 and 17 talks a little bit about that.
Go ahead.
Read,
Keep reading. Keep reading.
Hebrews 12 and 17. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessings, he was rejected.
He was rejected, man.
For he found no place in repentance.
Because he don't give a damn about repentance. He
Concept.
don't give a damn about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like Esau, the Lord didn't choose Esau for a good reason. And it's because of what Hebrews just said. He's a profane and he's a fornicator. He's somebody who doesn't care about anything. You know what I'm saying? He's just a, it's like even today, you know, when we talk about fornication,
Wow.
you know, fornication is not just, of course, talking about, you know, finding different ways to have sex other than the natural way of having sex, but also how he dabbles inside of all cultures. He goes and rapes cultures and steals their cultures and steals other cultures, and instead of having his own damn culture, instead of just, you know, doing his own thing, he goes and he rapes and robs other people's cultures. You know what I'm saying? And that represents it. It represents what kind of person he is, man. That he would take something that was so precious and so good that could have been very beneficial to him. You know what I'm saying? And he sold it for something real small and nothing.
Wow.
Right.
For nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so he didn't really deserve that blessing. He didn't really deserve it. It wasn't for him no way. You know what I'm saying? The Most High was going to look out for Jacob regardless, because it wasn't for Esau no way. However,
That's right.
it just shows you what kind of person Esau is, that he would even, you know, even if the blessing was for him and even if the Most High wanted him to have it, just because of what kind of person he is, he would have sold it for some damn meat, man. Go ahead and keep reading that.
Sir.
Oh, is that it on that?
I'm almost done.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and take it to the last verse. Yeah.
Verse 34.
Oh, no, you had some more on that?
No. Well.
No, that's it on
He
that.
just said he saw it carefully with tears. So.
Right, yeah, no sweat. Go ahead.
Verse 34. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and a pottage of lettuce, and he did eat and drink, and rose up, and went his way. Thus say Esau, despised his birthright.
So Esau despised his birthright.
Wow.
That, in other words, he hated it. That's how much he don't care. So much he didn't give a damn. And here's the crazy part. Isaac loved Esau, man. Isaac loved Esau. Isaac was willing to give him all of what he had. You know what I'm saying? He was going to give him the blessing that was supposed to be given to Jacob. You know what I'm saying? But Esau hated it. He didn't deserve it. Why do you think he's mad today? He hates right now the fact that even to this day, we go to war with Esau. Esau hates us because of this incident right here. Because he won't be able to be in rulership for long. He can enjoy this 400 years of this empire he's in right now. This is going to be going just like Egypt. This is going to go away like the Syrian Empire, like the Babylonian Empire, like the Roman Empire. It's going to crash. And every single time, you know what I'm saying, it crashes, the Lord sets us up. The only difference this time is the Lord is going to set us up permanently in this earth. And not only we're going to work, we're going to you know what I'm saying, we're going to rule over this land. We're going to rule over all lands, all oceans. We're going to rule over the entire universe. There's not going to be one piece of land, one planet, one anything that we're not going to be able to rule over. Come on in. All right. Shalom, y'all. Shema, Taba Shema Shah. All right. Shalom, y'all. UPKTITHES. All right. All right, sister, you can sit. You and your child can sit on this side right here, and then Shah, of course, you know where to sit at. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading. That was the end of that. All right, Madium. right, Sean, since you here, I'm gonna go ahead and bring you on up, station registry.
Okay. Sharp Banya Howdah, Banya Shrala.
Sharban Yahawada, Ban Yashala.
Yahaba Sema Sharp Brakathon.
Yahweh Shabbat Thumb. All right, you come on down. Char, you step on up. We'll go ahead and do 7 more verses in.
Come on.
All right, Yeshavia, which means to sit.
Verse 26.
Verse 26.
I'm sorry, it's chapter 26.
Chapter 26, correct?
Okay, sir. Genesis 26 chapter. 26 chapter. Where you, Rayab, Baratazah, Malah, Bad, Harab, Ashar, 1, Ashar, Hayaha, Bayama, Abaram, Waya, Lak, Watazah, Kakwa, Al, Abba, Yamalak, Malak, Palasha, Thayam, Garara. Verse 2. Raya, Allah Yaha, Yahweh, Waya, Mara, All, Tharada, Matazah, Raya, Shikan, Ba'aratazah, Ashah, Amara, Alawayak. Verse 3. Gawar, Baratazah, Hazah, Aitha, Wa'ah, Haya'ah, Ama'ak, Wa'ah, Barak, Kurak, Kaya, La'ak, Waba, Zara'ak, Athan, Af, Go, Ratazaf, Haya'al, Wa'ah, Kwamafya, Af, Hasha, Baya, Ashar, Nasha, Bayataya, La Abaram, Abba, Yaka. Verse 4. Waya, Rabba, Yathya, Af, Zara, Yak, Kaka, Wakabaya, Hasha, Mayam, Wana, Thataya, Laza, Ra'aka, Af, Ko, Ha'a, Ratazaf, Ha'al, Waka, Waha, Thabarak, Wa, Baza, Ra'ak, Ko, Gawayaya, Ha'arataza. Verse 5. Akwab, Ashar, Shammai, Abaram, Bakwa, Loya, Waya, Shamar, Masha, Marathiyah, Matazah, Wathayah, Hakwa, Wathayah, Watha, Kwarataya. Verse 6. Waya, Shab, Watazah, Kakwa, Baga, Rara. Verse 7, Waya, Sha, Lawa, Anashoya. Aqua, Hama, Quayam. La Sha'af, Wa. Waya, Amara, Hakathaya. Hawa, Kaya. Yara'a, La'a, Mara, Ashataya, Pan, Yaka, Yaha, Raga, Naya, Anashaya, Ha, Kwa, Hama, Quayam, Isle, Rabah, Kwaha, Kaya, Tawa, Tawab, Bath, Mara, Af, Salaki, Mawa, Awa, Aya'a. That's it, sir.
All right, from the top.
Come on, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 26, verse 1. And there was a famine in the land, besides the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went into Amalek, king of the Philistines, unto Gerar.
All right, so now we finished up with 25, the 25th chapter. 25th chapter brought in Esau and Jacob. So now we're going to talk about, you understand, hold on 1 second. So real quick. Back to that real quick. All right, Salaki, go ahead. I'm sorry. Read it from the top one more time.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 26, verse 1. And there was a famine in the land, besides the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went into Amalek, king of the Philistines, unto Gerar.
All right, so there's a famine in the land. He goes to the king of Abimelech. All right, the king of the Philistines. Keep reading.
Verse 2. And the Lord appeared unto him and said, Go not down into Egypt. Dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of.
And so the Most High went to him and told him, don't go into the land of Egypt. Go into the land that I'll tell you to go into. You know what I'm saying? And he should, because the Lord has always guided, you understand, Abraham and Isaac in the right direction. You understand? So he should follow them. Keep going.
Verse 3. Sojourn in the land, and I will be with thee, and will bless thee. For unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swear unto Abraham thy father.
And the Most High is reassuring Isaac that I'm going to perform the oath that I've given unto Abraham. What was that oath? The oath that the Most High gave to Abraham was the covenant that he would protect them and multiply him and give him dominion over this entire earth, man.
That's right.
You understand? And he did that. He did that very much so. That's why Abraham lived, what did it say, 175 years, and all he prospered from 175 years was nothing but straight, glory for his obedience that he's done towards the Most High.
Oh, God.
This man had wives and had children and had riches and had everything on this earth, you know what I'm saying, because of his obedience. Well, he's letting Isaac know the same things, like, I have not forgotten, I'm still giving you all of these things, man. I'm still giving you all of these things, and your seed will still receive these things. You understand? Because of your obedience, and because, of course, I chose you all over all other people on this earth. Keep reading.
Verse 4. And I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven.
And I will make your seed to multiply as the stars of heaven. You look up at the starry sky at night, you see millions and millions of stars in the sky. Just imagine being able to have that many people coming out of your nation, because the Lord is blessing you to be able to have that many children, to be able to have that many generations of children. Keep reading.
And will give unto thy seed all these countries.
And give unto your seed all these countries, meaning we're going to take possession of all this land. You understand? Everywhere they occupy, wherever there is a place that's on this earth, wherever there is a country or nation that's on this earth, we're going to possess them in that land, man. You understand? Keep reading.
and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed.
In all thy seed shall the nations of the earth be blessed. Our seed is going to be blessed. You understand? All of these all the tribes that came out of Jacob, you understand? Everybody that's the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob will be blessed in wherever land that we're in. You understand? We're going to own land everywhere. When the time that Christ comes and he sets this earth back in the order that it should be,
Oh, God.
we're going to possess the land of the Chinese, of the Japanese, of the Russians, of the Aborigines, of the Hawaiians, of the, wherever there is a nation established or a country established in this earth, we're going to possess it. You understand? We're going to possess them.
Right.
You understand? And even after that possession of those nations, we're going to still rule over them. We're going to govern them. They can't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster.
That's right.
You understand? They can't kill. They can't murder. Well, they can't murder. They can't be prostitutes, whores, homosexuals. They can't do none of that because then they're going to have to answer to us on it, man.
That's right.
That's right.
You understand? The Lord is basically telling Abraham or telling Isaac that, you understand, this earth is going to be his. You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 5. Because that Abraham obeyed my voice.
Because Abraham obeyed my voice, because your father obeyed my voice, you understand, I'm going to give you this. You know what I'm saying? Abraham did some diligent work for the Most High.
God.
You know what I'm saying? And he ain't never skipped a beat with the Most High. He kept it going.
God.
That's what we got to do in this truth. We can't skip a beat with nothing.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to fight, you understand, with no excuses. We got to fight, man, for this honor and this glory. We got to fight to be, delivered from this hell that we're in so that we can have rulership on this earth.
That's right.
And so where does it start? Because we understand what our battle is. Our battle, you know what I'm saying, is a spiritual battle.
Oh,
You know what I'm
God.
saying? We ain't going to go out there on the streets with AK-47s and AR-15s and start shooting up, our enemies. No. We going to defeat our enemies by stop smoking weed, stop being high all the damn
That's
time.
right.
You can't function as an adult or as a person if you're always high. You know what I'm saying? You can't function like that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And good night, being a homosexual, what is that going to do? You ain't reproducing no children because you want to be a filthy homosexual. You want to bend over for some man. You know what I'm saying? You want to be out there doing, garbage like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And of course, murdering your brother ain't going to build our nation up. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be out here fighting and fighting, you know what I'm saying, our flesh and being obedient to the word of the Most High, which is through the understanding of these scriptures, which you only going to find in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge.
That's
right.
right. Keep reading.
And kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws.
Abraham obeyed his voice and kept his charge, his commandments, and obeyed his statutes and his laws, man. Why? Because it was only given to us anyway, to follow anyway, and he did it diligently and obedient. You know what I'm saying? If the Most High can make Abraham such a strong brother in this earth, you know what I'm saying, with power and with a great reputation, take a reputation amongst his people, then he can do the same thing for us in
That's right.
as well. Even in this hell that we're living in. You know what I'm saying? The Lord can increase you. The Lord can give you, you know what I'm saying, power. It can give you wealth. Even in this hell that we're living in. That's how much the Lord loves you, and that's how much the Lord wants you to be obedient. But our true gift, you know what I'm saying, our true prize is in the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we got to get there. How we going to get there? We're going to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High the way that Abraham and Isaac did. We're going to be obedient to the rules and instructions that he gave us if we want to have that as well. You understand? Keep reading.
Come on. Verse 6. And Isaac dwelt in Gerar. Verse 7. And the men of the place asked him of his wife. And he said, she is my sister. For he feared to say, she is my wife. Least said he, the men of the place should kill me for Rebekah, because she was fair to look upon.
You understand? And we're gonna get into some more of that on the next Saturday in the Sabbath service. But this is also leading up to Isaac, you know what I'm saying, having to deal with other nations. And you know, we'll talk about that more in the next Sabbath service. Amadium. All right, chauffeur. practicing on that thing, boy. All right. Oh. That's right there. Clean it up. Whether I already drunk out that one. You can grab it with your right hand. All right. And then,
La Yashrala.
Lashiala.
Layashrala. All right, which means to Israel. All right. All right. Men of Israel, we're going to go ahead and salute the Torah. We'll grab the Torah, put it on the right shoulder. All right. Yahweh Hashem Yahshabrak Yah. All right, and I'm gonna hold it real quick for you, and you're gonna salute it.
Yahweh Shem Yashabrak Yah.
All right. And you're gonna turn to this brother right here. He's gonna salute the Torah.
How about Shem Yahshabrak Yah?
All right. Then you'll step down, and then y'all two men will come up and y'all salute the Torah as well.
Yahweh Shem Yashabrak Yah.
All right.
Yahweh Shem Yashabrak Yah.
I got you. Yah, do it one more time to just keep show you that I do it. Yahweh,
Yahweh
Ba'ashem,
Bashem
Yahweh Shah,
Yahweh
Barak,
Barak
Yah.
Yah.
All right. Next time, Shah, all you got to do is just stand right over there, and they'll come up to you. No sweat. You come on up. All right. Amadium Wapa Yahakwadim, which means turn toward the east. All right. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer. We're going to do the prayers in the Hebrew first, and then in the English.
Come, sir.
Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat. Shabbat Shemayah.
Shabbat Shemayah.
Barash.
Barash.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Shabka.
Shabka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakwutka.
Malakwutka.
Aba'ah.
Aba'ah.
Batazayaka.
Batazayaka.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Asha.
Asha.
Aratazah.
Aratazah.
Nawa.
Nawa.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Bashamayah.
Bashamayah.
Lathan.
Lathan.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Call.
Call.
Yawab.
Yawab.
Wasalakunawa.
Wasalakunawa.
Nawawakunawa.
Nawawakunawa.
Wasalakunawa.
Nawawakunawa.
Nawawakunawa.
Wala'ah.
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 Abaya the Messiah one.
The Messiah one.
Gabor.
Gabor.
Awashaya now.
Awashaya.
Mayan.
Dayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Daya.
Daya.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwath.
Amalakwath.
Wahala.
Wahala.
Wahathapora.
Wahathapora.
Wahaloya.
Wahaloya.
Aman.
Aman.
This is what he said in the English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
The kingdom, thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom
Thy
come.
will be done.
Thy will be done.
On earth,
Earth.
as it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this
our
day
daily bread.
our daily bread.
Forgive us.
And forgive us
debts.
our debts.
We forgive our debtors.
Forgive
As
our
we forgive our
debts.
debtors.
Lead us not.
And lead us not
temptation.
into temptation.
But deliver us.
But deliver us
evil.
from evil.
Thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
I cock the power. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Shah.
Baba Kashah.
Thalanawa.
Thalanawa.
Ka.
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 Lara Pa'ah.
Lara Pa'ah.
Kamalaka.
Kamalaka.
Wakal.
Wakal.
Marawa.
Marawa.
Ka.
Ka.
Lataha.
Lataha.
Amatazarium.
Amatazarium.
Ka.
Ka.
Lahakwakium.
Lahakwakium.
Amathium.
Amathium.
Ka.
Haka.
Al-Rakawah.
Al-Rakawah.
Amatalah.
Amatalah.
Lagarshan.
Lagarshan.
Bashem
Ba'ashem
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Amen. This is what he said in English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the
The
power.
power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of
All
sickness.
manner of disease.
And all manner of
The
disease.
power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the
The
lepers.
power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the
The power
dead.
against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean
To cast
spirits.
them out.
To cast them
In
out.
the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
Bless Israel. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem
Barak
Yahushua.
Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
Basharala.
Sharala.
Wayah.
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 Saparium.
Saparium.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapa'ah.
Rapa'ah.
Magan.
Magan.
Agan.
Magan.
Bashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
Amen. This is the prayer that we send up to all of our loved ones. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Salaki. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
Bless Hill, shield and protect.
Bless Hill, shield and protect.
All of Israel.
All of
In
Israel.
the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 121. Asha'ah,
Asha'ah,
Ma'yanya,
Ma'yanya,
Ahoriam,
Ahoriam,
Ma'ayan,
Ma'ayan,
Yaba'ah, Azaria, Azaria,
Azaria,
Ma'aim,
Wa'awa,
Ya'awa, Asha,
Asha,
Shamayim,
Shamayim,
Waratazah,
Waratazah,
Ayatan,
Alatan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Regalika,
Regalika,
Ayanawam,
Ayanawam,
Shamaria,
Samaria,
Ana,
Ana,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yayashan,
Yayashan,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Yasharala,
Yasharala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazalka,
Tazalka,
Ayai,
Ayai,
Yamyadka,
Yamyadka,
Yamumam,
Yamumam,
Ayamash,
Yamash,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yakaka,
Yakaka,
Wakara,
Wakara,
Balaya La,
Balaya La,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Makal Rai,
Makal Rai,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Af,
Af,
Napashka,
Napashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamar,
Shamar,
Taza'atka,
Taza'atka,
Waba'atka,
Waba'atka,
Ma'ata,
Ma'ata,
Wa'aid,
Wa'aid,
Alawam.
Alawam.
In English. I will lift up my eyes.
I will lift up my eyes
to the hills.
and to the hills.
Which cometh my help.
Which cometh from my help.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from
Which
Yahweh.
made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee shall not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth
shall
Israel
neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
Nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
From all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
This time forth.
From this
This
time
time forth
And even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Psalms 83. Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Adamiyah,
Adamiyah,
Aka,
Aka,
Atakarosh,
Atakarosh,
Baal,
Baal,
Yashakwat,
Yashakwat,
All,
All,
Kayahana,
Kayahana,
Ayawabatyaka,
Ayawabakika,
Yahama,
Yahama,
Yawan,
Yawan,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Amaka,
Amaka,
Ya'aryawamka,
Ariawamka,
Sawada,
Sabada,
Wayata,
Wayata,
Yatazawa,
Tasawa,
Altaza, Pawanyaka,
Altazapawanyaka,
Amararka,
Amaroyaka,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Manakakadam,
Manakakadam,
Magaya,
Bagaya,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Sham,
Sham,
Yasharala,
Yasharala,
Awada,
Awada,
Kawa, Nawatazawa,
Natazawa,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Alyalka,
Alyalka,
Barayaf,
Barak,
Yakariawa,
Yakariawa,
Alahaya,
Alahai,
Arawam,
Arawam,
Wayashamai,
Wayashema,
Alayam,
Alahayam,
Mawaba,
Mawaba,
Wayagariam,
Wayagariam,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wamawan,
Wayamawan,
Wamalak,
Wamalak,
Palashak,
Wadashak,
Amyabshabyaka,
Amyashabyaka,
Tazawa,
Tazawa,
Gum,
Gum,
Ashawar,
Ashawar,
Nalawa,
Yalawa,
Imam,
Amam,
Ayawa,
Yalawa,
Zarawai,
Zarawai,
Labanya,
Labanya,
Lawat,
Lalawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Asha,
Asha,
Laham,
Laham,
Kamadian,
Kamadian,
Kasaya,
Kasaya,
Sara'ai,
Sara'ai,
Kayabyan,
Kayabyan,
Banakal,
Banakal,
Kakwashwan,
Kakwashwan,
Nashab,
Yashabyan,
Salakia, Nashad Madwa,
Yashab Monwa,
Ayawan,
Ayawan,
Darwa,
Darwa,
Ayawa,
Ayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
Ladama,
Ladama,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Nada,
Nada,
Yamawa,
Nanamwa,
Kara,
Kara,
Wazabawa,
Wazabawa,
Wazabawak,
Wazabawa,
Salakia, Wazabak,
Wazabak,
Wakadazal,
Watazagal,
Mana'ai,
Gana'ah,
Call,
Call,
Nasa Yamwabka,
Nasa Yamwaka,
Salakia, Call,
Call,
Nasayap Kamwa, Nasayap Kamwa,
Nasa Yakunwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarka,
Amarka,
Nasharaya,
that's a right,
Nanawa,
Nanawa,
Af,
Ah,
Na'awa,
Nanawa,
Alahayam,
Alahai,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shahatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Gaya,
Gali Gali,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya,
Lapanya,
Rakawa,
Bakawa,
Kayash,
Kayash,
Sarabaya, Ara,
Ira,
Wala Baf,
Walla Ba,
Thalahat,
Talahat.
Hawarium,
Hawarium.
Kan,
Kan.
Tharadakma,
Tharadakma.
Wasaarika,
Wasaarika.
Wasaba,
Wasaba.
Wapatha,
Wapatha.
Tabalaham,
Tabalaham.
Mala'ah,
Mala'ah.
Panayam,
Panayam.
Kwalawan,
Kwalawan.
Wayabashwa,
Wayabashkwa.
Shamka,
Shamka.
Yahawa,
Yahweh.
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa.
Waya,
Waya.
Balawa,
Balawa.
Ayaid,
Ayaid.
Waya,
Waya.
Kayaparwa,
Kayaparwa.
Waya,
Waya.
Abadwa,
Abadwa.
Waya,
Waya.
Da'awa,
Dayawa.
Kaya,
Kaya.
Atha,
Atha.
Shamka,
Shamka.
Yahawa,
Yahweh.
Labadka,
Labadka.
Ayayan,
Ayayan.
Ako,
Ako.
Arataza.
Arataza.
All right. This is what he said in English. Keep not thy silence.
Keep
not
not
thy
thy
O
silence,
Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy
And
peace.
be not still.
and
be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh. For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make them
And
tumble.
they that hate thee.
And they that hate
have
thee
lifted up the head.
have lifted up thy
They
head.
have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy
And
people.
consulted against thy enemies.
And
And consulted against thy
They
enemies.
have said.
They have said,
Come and let
Amalek,
us cut them off.
let's cut them off
From being a nation.
From being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
That the name of
Be
Israel
no more in remembrance.
will
be
be
no
no
more
more
remembrance.
remembrance.
For they have consulted.
That
For they have
consulted
consulted
Together.
together
With one consent.
with one
They
consent.
are confederate against
They
thee.
They
are
are
confederate
confederate
against
The
thee.
tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom
And the Ishmaelites.
and the
Israelites.
Israelites,
Moab.
Moab,
And the Hagarenes.
and the Hagarenes,
Gebal.
Gebal,
Ammon.
Ammon,
And Amalek.
Amalek,
The Philistines.
the Philistines,
And the inhabitants of Tyre.
and the inhabitants of Tyre.
So like it. Ashur also is joined with them.
Ashur is also joined with
They have
them.
hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot. So Lot,
So like it. Salah.
so Lot,
Do unto them.
Do unto
unto
As
them
unto the Midianites.
as unto the
As
Midianites,
to Sisera.
as
unto
unto
Sisera,
As
Sarah,
to Jabin.
as
to
unto
Jabin,
The
Jabin,
brook of
at
Kisan.
the brook of
Which
Kisan,
perished at Endor.
that perished at
They
Endor.
became as dung for the earth.
They became of dung on the earth.
Make their nobles like a ram.
Make their nobles like a
And
ram,
like Zahab.
and like Zahab.
Yea.
Yea.
All the princes as Zabah.
All
Now
the
the
princes
princes
of
of Zabah,
And as Zamuna.
and as Zamuna,
Who said,
who
Let
said,
us take to ourselves
let us take to
the
ourselves
houses of Yahweh.
the houses of
In
Yahweh
possession.
in possession.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel,
As the stubble before the wind.
as it stumbled before the
As the
wind,
fire burneth the wood.
as fire burneth the
As
wood,
the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
as the flames set the mountains on
So
fire.
persecute them.
So persecute
With
them
thy tempest.
with thy tempests.
Make them afraid.
Make them afraid
With thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill thy faces with shame,
That they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded
And troubled forevermore.
and troubled forevermore.
Yea.
Yea,
Let them be put to shame.
let them be put to shame
And perish.
and perish.
That men may know.
That men may know
That thou.
that thou,
Whose name alone.
whose name alone
Is Yahweh.
is
Yahweh.
Art the most high.
on the Most High,
Over all the earth.
over all the earth.
Right, Sar. Set that down. Is there any man or woman that wants to get anointed today?
Come on, sir.
All right. Go ahead, step up. You said you wanted to get anointed? All right, anybody else?
Come on,
You as well? All right, so after him, and then you come on up. Come all the way up here. All right, you gonna step on this side of it. All right, just the men behind me, repeat after me. All right. Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabaraka Yahweh.
Washamarka.
Washamarka.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Aliyaka.
Aliyaka.
Wayakanka.
Wayakanka.
Yasha'ah.
Yasha'ah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Aliyaka.
Aliyaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim.
Bashim.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magun.
Magun.
Hagun.
Pagan.
Ashaya Allah.
Ashaya Allah.
Ashaya Allah.
Ashaya Allah.
Ashaya Allah.
Ashaya Allah. Bashim Yahushai.
Hashem Yahushai.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
All right. I'm sorry, first. All right, you as well. Okay. You just step on down there. No sweat. And you just gonna say that. All right, because I just me and you as well.
Oh, God, sir.
Right. Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabaraka Yahweh.
Wayashamarka.
Washamarka.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Aliyaka.
Ayaka.
Wayasalaki. Wayakanka.
Wayakanka.
Yasha'ah.
Yasha'ah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Aliyaka.
Ayaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim.
Bashim.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magun.
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 Shah.
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 Shar.
Shah.
Shar. Bashim Yahushai.
Bashim Yahushai.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
Anybody else? Come on up, brother. And then I'll read it in the English, the prayer that we're sending up for all you brothers and sisters. All right. Just come up closer right there. All right. I'll guide you on what you got to do. All right? No sweat. All right, just the men right here. Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Wayashamarka.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Aliyaka.
Ayaka.
Wayakanka.
Yayakanka.
Yasha'ah.
Yasha'ah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Aliyaka.
Aliyaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim.
Bashim.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magun.
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 You'll say young man Timothy.
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 Young man
man
Timothy.
Timothy.
Bashim Yahushai.
Bashim
The
Yahushai.
water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
Right. Anybody else? Sis, come on up. Brother, if you could, is he good? She good right there? All right, good. All right. All right, they ready? Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabaraka Yahweh.
Wayashamarka.
Wayashamarka.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Aliyaka.
Ayaka.
Wayakanka.
Wayakanka.
Yasha'ah.
Yasha'ah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Aliyaka.
Aliyaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim.
Bashim.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magun.
Magun.
Hagun.
Hagun.
You say your name 3 times. Right? So you say your name loud.
Ayana.
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 All right, Bashim.
Bashim.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
All right, this is the prayer that we sent up. You can have a seat now, sis. Most High Christ, give her a hand. This is the prayer that we sent up for the brothers and the sisters. Yahweh, bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh, make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh, lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, bless, heal, shield, and protect. All right, one courtesy salute to the men of Israel. Amadium Shabbat, Amadium Barak,
Yahweh Shem Barak.
and one courtesy salute to the sisters. Amadium Shabbat, Amadium Barak,
Yahweh Shema Alatham B'Shem Yahushai.
You just say Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Shamar,
Shamar.
Alatah,
Alatah.
Bashim Yahshai.
Bashim
Yahusha.
Yahushua.
Osai Christ. Give her a hand. All right. Yadi Batah dismissed.